When Yusuf alayhi salam saw a dream, he said to his father, "My father, I saw a dream. I saw 11 stars and the sun and the moon. I saw them prostrating to me." His father, Yaqub alayhi salam, said, "Do not narrate your dream to your brothers. If you do, then they will plan a plan against you. Surely Shaitan is to man a clear enemy." His father, Yaqub alayhi salam, was an expert in interpretation of dreams. He has a knowledge of dream interpretation. It is from Allah. Allah blesses this knowledge to him. So he said to his son Youssof, the sun represents Yaqub alayhi salam. The moon is the mother of Youssof alayhi salam, and 11 stars are his brothers. And this prostration is not of worship, no. It means respect, higher rank. Youssof will become more famous and will rise to higher ranks that even his mother, father, and brothers did not reach. Youssof alayhi salam was sent to prison as a way of avoiding unwanted attention and sin. Sometimes dreams have special meanings which we don't understand. Allah blessed Youssof alayhi salam with the ability to interpret dreams. He knew what dreams meant and could explain them to people. The king of Egypt had a traveling dream that nobody could explain. The king dreamed that 7 fat cows were eaten by 7 thin cows. He then saw 7 healthy ears of corn and 7 dry and shriveled ears of corn. The king was troubled because he could not understand the dream, and no one could explain it to him. The king's servant knew of Youssof and his gift and asked Youssof to interpret the king's dream. With the gift Allah had given to him, he interpreted the dream. The dream meant that for the next 7 years there would be plenty of crops and food throughout the land. But for 7 years after that, there would be famine throughout the land. There would be no crops and not enough food for the people to live on. When the king heard Yousof's interpretation of the dream, he freed Youssof from prison. The king was so impressed with Youssof alayhi salam. During the first 7 years, Youssof stored crops and food. When the 7 years of famine followed, he had stored enough food to make sure that the people did not starve. The famine spread throughout the land, including to Palestine, where the family of Youssof also suffered. Yousof's brothers knew that in Egypt were stores of food that were being given to the people. Eventually, Yousof's brothers decided to travel from Palestine to Egypt to ask for food. When the group of men arrived in Egypt, Youssof immediately recognized his brothers. Youssof noticed that his youngest brother, Binyamin, was not with them. He gave each of the brothers food and told them to come back again, this time with Binyamin, so that he may give them more food. Back in Palestine, the brothers convinced their father to let Binyamin travel with them to Egypt. Yaqub alayhi salam was hesitant at first, remembering what happened to Youssof so many years before, but after some time he agreed. The brothers returned to Egypt with Binyamin. Youssof was so happy to see Binyamin. He spoke to Binyamin alone and told him who he really was. Youssof then acted out a plan to ensure that his brother Binyamin would stay with him and not return to Palestine with the other brothers. Youssof placed one of the king's drinking cups in Binyamin's food bag. When Binyamin's bag was searched and the drinking cup was found, it seemed as if Binyamin had tried to steal it as part of his plan. Youssof alayhi salam commanded Binyamin to remain in Egypt as punishment, remembering their promise to Yaqub alayhi salam that Binyamin would return to Palestine safely. The brothers pleaded with Youssof alayhi salam to let Binyamin live with them, but Youssof refused. The brothers returned home to Palestine and told their father what happened. The Prophet of Allah remained patient, even though he had become blind from the sorrow of losing Youssof alayhi salam. Many years before and had now lost a second son. Finally, the brothers had to make a third trip to Egypt for more food. They were now very poor and had only a few things to trade. The brothers begged Youssof to have mercy on them. When Youssof alayhi salam saw the desperate state his brothers were in, he asked them one simple question. Do you now realize what you did to Youssof? Surprised by the question, the brothers realized that a powerful man before them had to be their brother Youssof, because besides the brothers, Youssof was the only one who knew about that day, so many years ago, when they had left their brother in a well. Even though Youssof alayhi salam had been through so much hardship because of what his brothers had done, he did not get upset. Instead, Youssof prayed for his brothers and asked them to do two things. First, to take his shirt and lay it over their father's face. Second, Youssof asked his brothers to bring their entire family back to Egypt. When the brothers returned home, they placed Youssof alayhi salam's shirt over their father's face. Through Allah's mercy, Yaqub's sight returned and he was able to see again. Yaqub alayhi salam, his sons and their families traveled from Palestine to Egypt. Yaqub was overjoyed to meet his beloved son again. Yousof's father, mother, and 11 brothers bowed before Youssof. Seeing this, Youssof realized the dream he saw as a child had become a reality.